Startups don't need more noise. They need clarity, especially when they're racing towards scale. As a fractional CMO, I've advised over 60 startups, from seed stage to typically Series B or C. Over 50% of them have ultimately achieved an IPO or acquisition exit. Here's the part most people don't talk about. Less than 5% of tech companies ever make it to a Series C. Most never get there. Focus. Run out of money, conviction, or clarity. You mistake motion for progress. You confuse a full pipeline with a healthy one. Real growth, the durable, compounding kind, comes when they narrow in. On a buyer, on a pain point, on a single, undeniable win they can repeat at scale. Usually in that order. When I am asked what I saw in the companies that made it, I explain the biggest unlock always comes down to one thing. Typical early-stage tech companies get caught chasing too many audiences, too many messages, too many channels. In one client case, my team and I were able to build a model which pointed to the 430 enterprises in North America, rather than the tens of thousands they were chasing before we met them. They were not pleased. That is, until they started landing deals on a repeated basis. Big deals. Of course, that kind of focus can be jarring for many who think their product can be all things to all people. It comes from the attempt to pump their funding decks with an enormous addressable market. The majority that take that overzealousness from the deck to operations are set up for failure. Those are the companies that I see burning out early. My role and the role of my team at the Artesian Network isn't to create buzz. It's to build engines that convert, spot patterns before they become problems, to help founders see 18 months ahead, not just next month's revenue, to know when to push and when to protect runway, to turn marketing from a cost center into the most measurable growth lever in the company. The Artesian Network, as I mentioned, more than 50% of our clients have gone on to IPO or been acquired. That wasn't the deal we signed up for. There hasn't been a case where we took them all the way there. We were never designed to see companies all the way to the finish line. We're brought in to set the strategy, build the engine, and hand the keys to a great in-house team. There's something to be said for setting a company on a more probable course from the very first mile. Early decisions compound. Positioning you choose at Series A is the story you tell at IPO. The engine you build at 5 million in ARR is the one that has to scale to 100 million. If you want to scale with purpose, surround yourself with operators who've done it and who will challenge you to focus harder than you thought possible. So, are you ready to find your focus? Book a free consultation with the Artesian Network. We'll spend an hour pressure testing your go-to-market, identifying the biggest unlock in your funnel, and showing you what the next 18 months could look like. We'll pitch. No obligation. Just the kind of clarity that separates the 5% from everyone else. Visit artesiannetwork.com to schedule your session today.